In a recent turn of events, Eastern Naga people's organizations have asked Eastern Nagas to refrain from participating in the upcoming Indian Republic Day celebration in light of the delayed justice upon victims of December 4 and 5 Oting Tiru massacre. A public meeting was organized at Aboy local ground by Aboy District Demand Committee and have resolved to hold indefinite ban from January 24 should government fail to submit a response to the ultimatum served on 15 January for creation of Aboy district. Mon DC Tavasilan K, on releasing a press note, stated that Mon district is using an artificial intelligence called Q-Track to combat tuberculosis in the district. Nagas living in Manipur is set to boycott the upcoming Republic Day celebration to display non-cooperation against government for Indian stated Naga Council. A team of BSF troops along with Meghalaya police, while launching a joint operation in the deep jungle of Meghalaya, recovered huge cache of arms and ammunition from an underground pit in southwest Khasi Hills district. Samajwadi Party Supremo Akhilesh Yadav set to contest his first assembly elections from the Karal seat in Mainpuri district, stated the party while releasing the candidates list. Hello and welcome to Nltv Primetime News. I'm Rinki Gogoi and let's see more of the latest in details. Aboy District Demand Committee on Friday organized a public meeting at local ground Aboy. In the meeting, the public of Aboy resolved to hold indefinite ban from 24 January 2022 onwards if the state government of Nagaland fails to respond to the ultimatum that was served on 15 January 2022 for creation of Aboy district, whereby the deadline of the said ultimatum was set January 23. Notably, the demand for upgradation of Aboy ADC headquarters to DC headquarters was initiated in the year 2008 and was even included in Cabinet Memo 2011. However, the government of Nagaland turned stone deaf to the call for more than 13 years. Reportedly, the demand of Aboy district headquarters is for the purpose of upgradation and development of Aboy. Meanwhile, the meeting was attended by the CSOS, Aboy Public and all the political leaders under Aboy subdivision. Naga Council has said that Nagas living in Manipur will boycott the upcoming Republic Day celebration as a part of its non-cooperation against the government of India. The decision was taken during an emergency presidential council meeting of the UNC to express the strong displeasure of the Naga people at the delaying of the mutually agreed historic framework agreement signed on August 3, 2015 between two entities recognizing sovereign rights of the Nagas as the basis for an honorable solution to the Indo-Naga political talks. The Council has unanimously reaffirmed support of the Naga people to the ongoing political talks between the Centre and the NSCN-IM. Governor of Nagaland on Friday through a notification expressed pleasure in notifying that an independent subdivisional planning and development board, Pungro, under Kipiri district has been created with immediate effect. The notification further mentioned that the SDPDB Pungro will consist a chairman whereby an MLA will be nominated by the government and that the vice chairman will be the additional deputy commissioner of the concerned subdivision, while the members will comprise all the concerned MLAs of the concerned subdivisions, heads of various departments, all SDOs, BDOs, ESCS, Chairman Town Council, lead bank manager and one nominee each from the tribal hohos of the concerned subdivision. Meanwhile, the senior-most ESC of the subdivision concerned will be the member secretary. Notably, the SDPDB will function under the direction of the DPDB, and annual report of the functioning of the SDPDB shall be submitted to the chairman, DPDB, State Planning Board and Planning and Coordination Department latest by the end of April every year. Deputy Commissioner Mon Tavasilan Kir, through a release on Thursday, informed that Mon District was using Q-Track and artificial intelligence to combat tuberculosis in the district. Notably, Q-Track, a mobile and web-based application developed by Cure AI, was launched on January 13 at Mon District Hospital through the initiative of District Administration Mon. The Deputy Commissioner further said that Q-Track is an AI-based chest X-ray interpretation tool trained on over 3.5 million CXRS, which can identify 30 abnormalities and further detect findings suggestive of TB and AIDS, several TB screening programs across the world. He also said that the technology endorsed by World Health Organization is an alternative to human interpretations of digital chest X-rays for screening and triage for TB. Eastern Nagaland People's Organization reminded the people of Eastern Nagaland to restrain themselves from participating in the upcoming Indian Republic Day celebrations on January 26. According to NPO, it is a reaffirmation of the joint resolution which was made on December 14, 2021 at Longlang between Eastern Nagaland People's Organization with all civil societies of Eastern Nagaland that public of Eastern Nagaland would not cooperate with the Indian security forces till justice was delivered to the families of victims in particular and Nagas in general against the gruesome killings of innocent public in Mon District by the Indian security forces on December 4 and 5, 2021. The third edition of Sumi Love Song Competition was organized by Sumi Alok Sumi, MQO and non-governmental organization on Saturday. The event was held at around 2 p.m. at Hotel Saramati. Around 13 participants competed in the event and an album was also released. The event was organized to preserve and promote the Sema dialect among the locals. The SAM is a non-governmental organization formed by like-minded people. Western Sumi Hoho President Shikaho Jimomi released the album. The president acknowledged the organization for organizing the event.
Itu sim alok muslim ko sam ko tu amikhan sim like minded kan pra shuru kurise asol tu itu group tu amikhan la face group te sim jaga ko gina sim jokes ko gina group pra ulase holebi charity kam kura uri tu group la nam tu nemilo hobra amikhan itu charity work tu nam ekta thakbo ko gina sim alok muslim ko mane like minded sim like minded group enega ko gina shuru se 2018 itu mesti angling hoito bosti pra sur hose 18 pra nam itu legina oro 19 pra 4 edition itu sim love song kzivle ko gina itu sur kurse success kurse ita itu second edition to ami khan tu project dosar logol thakse holebi public la pra manu khan pra ami khan simi manu khan pra ami khan ke request ko gina oro ekbar itu love song to continue kordibi ko bra ami khan itu second edition to 20 kurobol thakse 2020 holebi itu pandemic karne ami khan korbo parane oro itu भगवान मोरमप्रा ईश्वर मोरमप्रा जासल 2021 प्रा कुर्से और आजी इतो सारा माती प्रा है इतो एल्बम तो रिलीज करासे और इतो आमी खान कोरा तो आमी खान तो प्योरली चैरिटी और इतो फंड तो आमी खान मेंबर भीतर प्रा कंट्रीब्यूट करके ना आमी खान इतो सिमी लगा आमी खान लगा आउन ट्रेडिशन आमी खान लगा कल्चर आमी खान लगा आइडेंटिटी से इतो गाने पे एकता खाली कोथाई नय मन लगा आइडेंटिटी ट्राइब लगा तो इतो प्रा इतो सिमी लगा love song to kuzule to am kan la a part of our identity itu pra am kan bi to jo lebi am kan sim loss itu love song loss thaga extinct ho ja to am kan khushit na pai gina jo lebi to repromote korbo lage ko gina itu
Pochuri tribal leaders have resolved to demand for upgradation of Mallory subdivision under Pak district into a full-fledged district. According to sources, a meeting of upgradation of Mallory subdivision was held at the residence of the NPF legislature Yitachu on Thursday. The meeting was reportedly attended by representatives of Pochuri Hoho, Pochuri Kazipa Organization, Pochuri GB Union, Pochuri Mothers Association, Pochuri Youth Front, Pochuri Students Union and Pochuri Literature Board. Meanwhile, the House also resolved to organize a peace rally by the first week of February at Mallory Town for immediate upgradation of Mallory subdivision and further submitted a memorandum to Chief Minister Nipu Rio in support of Mallory district. Notably, besides Mallory, there are also demands for upgradation of Tobu subdivision under Mon district, Pandari subdivision under Woka district and Mangkong Lemba under Mukokchung district as a full-fledged districts. The book Ancient Ao, Naga Religion and Culture, written by late Panger Imchen, relaunched on Saturday at the Don Bosco School, Dimapur. The book was first launched in the year 1993 and due to its high demand in India and abroad, the book was launched again. Notably, the book was relaunched in commemoration of Ong Pang Kong Senso Telongjim, Dimapur's Golden Jubilee celebrations. According to the book review by Dr. Panger Kichu, he quoted that by God's law, one can be a Christian without compromising traditional identity. Meanwhile, Apong Im Chen, brother of the author, also highlighted about the book.
What a joy in celebrating the life and works of my brother, late Comrade Im Chen, though he is no more with us today. My brother Comrade was very hardworking, even as a young boy, and I could see that his perception in all that he was involved was much way ahead of his time and age.
My brother, Amar Fai Murijay, Hollywood director kitab Ancient Ao Naga Religion and Culture. Ito likhi diya. Ito bisip demand 1994-93 di publish kuri Hollywood aichi bisi demand huwa bra ito reprint kuri se. Ara ito laga kitab to main do forefathers religion. Ito kan belief kura aro aji Christianity. Itu laga comparison aro itu balance kuribu karane itu laga kitab to sob manobra timan aro itu laga kitab to USA tak chaise aro sob mano nan naga speak itu bisik kutrogar bisik phala se itu pisare ase aro itu pok to ekdam short shobra itu ongmangkong sensu longjam OSTD timawur takambura.
Following the recognition to Tikir as a tribe in Nagaland, the state government has clarified that the recognition of Tikirs as a separate Naga tribe would not involve any geographical delineation or demarcation of any area. The Home Department issued a notification on Thursday containing modalities and guidelines for the villages where Imkyung and Tikir people live. Release was about the laws and customs governing ownership of land and its usage. The department stated that categorically that there would be no division of villages according to the community they belong, and the same would not be allowed. Existing habitation would remain as it is. The department clarified that the notification was issued with the approval of the state cabinet, by which separate tribal recognition of Tikir would not affect any prevailing land ownership issues, as this was not connected, and status quo would be maintained. The Home Department also emphasized that modalities and guidelines would have to be adhered to by members of Imkyung and Tikir tribes and all concerned in the interest of peace, tranquility, and harmony. A dead body has been found near the Mumuso store Circular Road, Dimapur on Saturday at around 8 a.m. Notably, the body was found by the shopkeepers of the area. Reportedly, the body has been identified as Litanpal of North Tripura, currently residing above the Mumuso store. It is yet to be ascertained if it is a suicide case or a murder. Meanwhile, the police have taken the body for post-mortem. Further details are awaited.
Aji mo ne circular road te ground zero report lo lai na se aro mo ne te hado ede Mumusola building itula building la Mumusola store la building la opor de resident ekta bui taka ta de manu ekta ede kirigina baishe guina huni baishe arta idu 3-story building bra kirigina ede morning 8 baji phane manura baishe guina huni she aro idu do morning de girina murishina kalira digirishina murishi idu do najane aro murder na tai nijor suicide kurse dubi na jane ta ebi amian witness khan ge kinya ushe hudilo
aji morning ekta dead body paise yate circular road te tai yate job kori thakise circular road te poilate aro ghor to momoso laga uporte thake to tai laga body aji 8 baje sob saise yate family members kun bi nai ama baba sob bostite ase baba to morise ama aro bhai ase to ami khan city tower pura sob manu khan madot kori gina tai laga body tai laga ghor te pathai dise
মই মর্নিং তে তো গেট খোলা পাইছে অলপ যাই কিনে মানুহ একজন গিৰি কিনে চাই কিনে আহি যাইছে अराउंड 8:15-20 এনেকা হ'ব এক্সাক্ট টাইমটো নাজানে মই
আমি ইনফরমেশন পাওয়া পিছতে তাই
In a rare case, doctors have successfully treated a pregnant woman with breast cancer and delivered a baby boy through cesarean section at the Babina Cancer Hospital, America Oncology Institute in Impal. While speaking to a media person during a press conference, Dr. Brig A.K. Dhar, medical oncologist, said that the 42-year-old woman was detected with a breast lump at 16 weeks of pregnancy. She was operated in a city hospital and then did the chemotherapy to save both the mother and the baby. The lady underwent 4 cycles of chemotherapy successfully. WHO controlled her cancer. The couple expressed their gratitude to the hospital. Samajwadi Party Supremo Akhilesh Yadav will contest his first assembly elections from Karal seat in Mainpuri district, the party said while releasing the candidates list. The Election Commission will be holding a meeting today to review the COVID-19 situation in Uttar Pradesh and take a call regarding the ongoing ban on rallies and public gatherings. Political parties had been urged to hold virtual and digital campaigning on various social media platforms in view of the surge of COVID-19 cases across the state. This comes a day after the filing of nomination papers for Phase 1 of the election for 58 assembly sections in 11 districts of western Uttar Pradesh started. The poll panel has also issued a notification for filing of nominations for Phase 2 of polls in 55 assembly constituencies of 9 districts. As Meghalaya celebrated its Statehood Day, a program was organized and the program was attended by the Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tinsong, Meghalaya Legislative Assembly Speaker Med Balingdok, Leader of Opposition Dr. Mu Sangma and M. Sangma, Rajya Sabha MP Dr. W.R. Karluki, Cabinet Minister MLAs and MDCs, Meghalaya Chief Secretary R. Suchiang and senior state and central government officials, among others. A documentation on 50 years of Meghalaya and the state emblem was released alongside commemorative stamp of the state. A foundation stone for new administrative township was also laid during the program. A documentation on statehood movement by Directorate of Information and Public Relations and the Shillong Chamber of Choir gave a mesmerizing performance and paid tribute to their founder, late Nil Nongkinri, who passed away recently.
To always maintain protocols, get ourselves vaccinated, and ensure that we are always safe.
9 Nagaland police personnel were given an out-of-turn promotion and 14 personnel given the DGP Nagaland Commendation Disc on Friday. DGP Nagaland T. John Longkumar presented the awards at function held at the State Police Headquarters. The following officer and personnel of Narcotic Police Station under IGP were awarded the out-of-turn promotion to the next higher rank. They include Asi Zasili, Havildar Abemo, Havildar Y. Wilson, Naik Jovio, UBC Lima Younger, UBC Ralan Bemo, UBC Villa Votio, ABC Chin Yom, and ABC Tayong Meren. Furthermore, the following officers and personnel were awarded the DGP Nagaland Commendation Disc. A huge cache of arms and ammunition were recovered from an underground pit in Meghalaya's southwest Khasi Hills on Friday. Acting on a tip-off, a team of BSF troops with Meghalaya police launched a joint operation in the deep jungle along the Lakma Nala that flows from India to Bangladesh and recovered the arms and ammunition hidden underground. The arms and ammunition recovered from the pit, wrapped in a yellow-colored plastic bag, included US-made revolvers, magazines, and 410 live rounds. The BSF, which guards the 443-kilometer-long Indo-Bangladesh border in Meghalaya, said that the hidden arms and ammunition were probably intended to be used by militants' outfit. The BSF officials said that the owner of the cache of arms is yet to be identified. The recovered arms and ammunition have been handed over to police at Barsora for further investigation. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma and Governor Satyapal Malik both have tested positive for COVID-19. The CM has isolated himself. The CM on Friday took down to Twitter and confirmed that he was tested positive for COVID-19 and that he was isolating for the required time. Conrad Sangma urged those who came in contact with him to get tested for the infection. Earlier on December 20, 2020, the Meghalaya CM Conrad Sangma had tested positive for the deadly virus. Due to the absence of Meghalaya CM, the Statehood Day function in Shillong was inaugurated by Deputy CM Preston Tinsong. Conrad Sangma joined the program virtually. The Meghalaya Chief Minister was in Delhi on Friday for a meeting with Amit Shah and Assam CM Hemanta Biswa Sarma. Assam Rifles on Thursday night recovered a huge cache of explosives and other warlike stores and arrested 3 cadres in Mizoram. Acting on a tip of Longlei Battalion of Headquarters 23 Sector Assam Rifles under the aegis of Headquarters Inspector General Assam Rifles, along with the Mizoram Police, carried out an operation and recovered the warlike stores in General Area Zongling, Saiha district of Mizoram. According to an official from Assam Rifles headquarters, Masimpur, Assam, the recovered items comprised 2,500 kilograms of explosives and 4,500 meters of detonators. Indian currency amounting to 73,500, Myanmar currency of Kyat 9,35,000 and a vehicle with registration number MZ077936. Assam will have minimal Republic Day celebration on January 26, excluding the pre- and the post-Republic Day celebrations due to COVID spike. A special directive by the Assam State Disaster Management Authority on Friday stated that school children's involvement will be excluded in the ceremonial parade. Only trained police security personnel and home guards who are fully vaccinated will be allowed to participate in the ceremonial parade and march past. The Republic Day program will be limited to national flag hoisting, speech by the guest of honor, and ceremonial parade only. Chief Minister's Secretariat Nagaland Kohima on Friday released a notification whereby the names and designations of ministers, advisors and MLAs were released for unfurling the national flag and for the Rashtriya salute on the occasion of Republic Day on 26 January in their respective districts. Notably, CM Nipurio will do the honors in Kohima. Speaker NLA Sharingain Longkumar in Mokokchung, Minister Planning and Coordination Land Revenue Parliamentary Affairs Neiba Kronu in Dimapur, Minister PHE Zekok Jimomi in Newland, Minister Rural Development Metsubo in Peren, while Minister Housing Mechanical Tongpang Ozukum in Noklak, Minister Soil and Water Conservation Geology and Mining 5 Kashiho Sangtam in Shamator, Minister Higher Education and Tribal Affairs Temjin Imna Along in Longleng. Furthermore, Advisor AH and VS and Women Resources Department R. King in Siminyu, MLA Kuzoluzo Nino in Pag, MLA Dr. Chumban in Woka, MLA Ajeto in Chumukedima, MLA Toyang Chang in Twensang, MLA Yanseo in Kiperi. Meanwhile, it is to be mentioned that the deputy commissioners and additional deputy commissioners may also take the Rashtriya salute in their respective districts and subdivisions. The Uttar Pradesh government on Saturday extended the closure of the schools in the state till January 30 in the view of rising coronavirus cases in the state. The closure of schools have been extended till January 30 and online classes will continue. According to an order issued by Additional Chief Secretary Awanish Kumar Awasthi, the government had earlier ordered of the closure of the educational institutions till January 23 in view of rises in COVID-19 cases. As many as 15 coaches of a goods train got derailed in the middle of Bhuteshwar Vrindavan on Mathura-Delhi rail route late on Friday. Following the derailment, rail traffic was obstructed between Mathura and Delhi. Hence, all the trains coming towards Mathura have been diverted. Railway administration is working on a war-footing basis to remove coaches from the track. However, due to YOP, the fog, they are facing problems in in rescuing them. The train was going from Rajasthan to Ghaziabad. 3 lines up, down and 3rd line have been disrupted due to overturning of 15 coaches on Mathura-Palwal main road between Vrindavan-Bhuteshwar at 23:32 last night. As 10 trains have been cancelled till now. At least 7 people died in a major fire that broke out inside a 20-storied building in Mumbai on Saturday. Meanwhile, another 28 people were also injured in a massive blaze that started around 7 a.m. on the 18th floor of Kamla building opposite Gandhi Hospital at Gowalia Tank in Mumbai's Tardio area. Footage from the scene showed a massive plume of smoke filling the sky, with flames coming out from the building. Notably, 13 fire tenders were seen at the scene to douse the blaze, along with 5 ambulances which helped in to rush casualties to the hospital.
फायर ब्रिगेड की 31 गाड़ियां लाई गई, ट्रैफिक पुलिस का इन्वॉल्वमेंट किया गया, लोकल पुलिस का इन्वॉल्वमेंट था, इसमें पूरी तरह से इवैक्यूएशन किया गया। 15 फ्लोर के आसपास डक्ट के ऐसा प्राथमिक जानकारी है कि 15वें फ्लोर पे डक्ट से जो है आग लगी और ऊपर तक गई। सबसे ज्यादा अफेक्टेड 19 फ्लोर था और एक संयुक्त अभियान जो पुलिस फायर ब्रिगेड उनके साथ में करने के बाद जो है उसमें इवैक्यूएशन हो गया है। फायर अभी कंट्रोल में आ गई है। डोर टू डोर अभी भी चेकिंग हम कर रहे हैं कि किसी को और कोई रेस्क्यू की जरूरत पड़ेगी या कुछ और किसी तरह से कोई इंजर्ड है क्या। अराउंड 15 इंजर्ड जो है विभिन्न अस्पतालों में दाखिल किए गए।
Union Home Minister Amit Shah on Friday stated that after Narendra Modi became Prime Minister, the mental distance between Northeast and Delhi have been narrowed down. Shah said that now in 8 states of the Northeast, the BJP and the NDA allies are in power. Corruption has been removed and the central funds are being properly utilized. Home Minister Shah, in his virtual speech from Delhi at a function in Agartala on the occasion of the 58th Statehood Day celebrations, said that the Make Tripura a gateway waterway connectivity is being done with Bangladesh. Besides, railway links are being established with the neighboring countries, which is expected to attract more investments to the northeastern region. The Mizoram government will launch a COVID-19 no-tolerance week from January 24 till January 31 to control the rising cases of COVID-19 in the state. During the no-tolerance week, the existing standard operating procedures, which came into effect from January 8 and COVID-19 appropriate behavior, would be strictly enforced. Concerned officials, police and volunteers of village or local level task force were urged to see whether or not COVID-19 protocols are strictly maintained. According to Health Department data, Mizoram reported 1,199 new COVID-19 cases on Friday, taking the state's tally to 1,57,253. More than 2,000 people from Chin state in Myanmar have entered Mizoram since January 5. They have crossed over into the border villages of the northeastern states. There were 4 persons with shrapnel wounds among those who arrived in the last 2 weeks in Mizoram. The 4 persons were admitted to a private hospital in Aizawl, where one succumbed to his injuries. His body had to be taken back across the border to Myanmar. Since the military took over the country in February 2021, Chin state in Myanmar has been at the forefront of the armed forces' resistance to the junta and has therefore faced the brunt of the Myanmar army's wrath. The Union Ministry of Information and Broadcasting on Friday informed that they have ordered a ban on 35 YouTube channels, 2 websites and 2 Twitter accounts, 2 Instagram accounts and 1 Facebook account that were operating from Pakistan and were spreading misinformation against India. The ministry said that 5 separate orders were issued to block the websites and YouTube channels after intelligence agencies, which were closely monitoring the social media accounts and websites, flagged them to the ministry for immediate action. Notably, misinformation was spread on serious issues such as Indian armed forces, Jammu and Kashmir, India's foreign relations, separatist ideas, and the recent death of Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat. In yet another tragic incident, a woman was allegedly raped by 8 people in different locations at different times. Pune Rural Police has detained 5 persons in connection with the alleged rape of the widow in Shirur and are looking for 3 additional suspects. At the Shirur police station, a first information report was filed by the incident came into light. The accused have been charged under Section 323, 376 and 506 of the Indian Penal Code. Inspector Suresh Kumar Rao said that they had sent a team from the Nirbhaya unit to visit the victims, and inspector also stated that the lady was taken advantage of her situation and those men raped her at different locations and at different times between April and May 2021. And the victim could not file a complaint due to lack of proper knowledge and support. Indonesia has decided to change its capital from Jakarta to Nusantara after a bill seeking the same was approved by the parliament earlier this week. Notably, the plan was formulated as Jakarta is prone to flooding amid climate change, while the sinking mega city also suffers from chronic congestion and air pollution. Indonesia's Minister of Finance, Sri Mulyani, said in a press conference on Tuesday that there will be 5 stages of developments in the new capital city, where the first stage is expected to begin in 2022. The name of the new city has been chosen by Indonesian President Joko Widodo. It is a Javanese term which translates to archipelago in the Indonesian language. It is located within the jungle of Kalimantan on Borneo Island. According to data from the National Planning and Development Agency, the total land area for the new capital city will be around 256,143 hectares. Thank you, viewers. That's all for NLTV Primetime News. For more updates, keep watching NLTV Sab Manulaga Awas.
Nagaland TV. Hello and welcome to Nagaland TV. Let's look at the top stories for now.